There it is. That's my purse. I thought I lost it. Thank you so much for finding it. Agni, what are you doing? Paula! I overheard the whole thing. You dropped your purse. What would have happened if this kind stranger hadn't picked it up? I don't know. You can be so careless sometimes, Agni. Say, you're a traveler, aren't you? Think you could take my sister with you? But what? She may act like a right fool sometimes, but she can do anything she sets her mind to. It'll put my mind at ease knowing she's not alone out there. So, thank you kindly. Hey! Paula! Well now. My name's Agnea. I'm a dancer on a journey to become a star. And, now that I think about it, I never got to thank you for earlier. This must be fate. Would it be alright for me to join your travels? Thank you so much! Stars. Stars are a symbol of hope. They bring smiles to people's faces.
That was incredible, Agnea!
Encore! Encore! Thank you, everyone! But the fun's just getting started. I'm going to dance the night away.
Agnea, you all right?
I'm fine. I'm tougher than I look. I'm gonna be a star after all.
Oh, that's right.
To think our village is home to a future star.
We're all rooting for you, kid.
Thanks, everyone.
Why don't we call it a night? I doubt you'll be doing much more dancing after that.
I can keep going.
Agnea's saving for her journey to stardom. She's been working hard in this little tavern to earn whatever coin she can. I take it everyone here's prepared their tips for our dear dancer?
Sure have. It's all yours, Agnea.
You're the best, Agnea.
Let's toast to our future star!
You're all too kind.
Now go on, Agnea. Those tips won't collect themselves.
was a little too much.
I can't explain it, but whenever I see you dance, I feel lighter than air the next day. So I'm more than happy to give you what I can.
Thank you.
Your dancing was as beautiful as always, Agnea. I'm looking forward to your next show. I think I'll bring my friends next time.
Really? I can't wait to see you then. Thank you so much, everyone!
It's us who should be thanking you, Agnea.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Now to clean this place up.
Oh, don't worry about that. You must be exhausted.
I'm fine. Besides, this won't take long.
Thanks for staying to clean up.
It's the least I can do after you let me dance in your stage.
Say, Agnea, did you manage to get all the leaves you need?
Almost. Just 1,000 more to go. Then I'll finally have the 10,000 leaves I need.
Ever since we were little, you've been saying that you'd save up and leave the village to become a star.
That's right. What's this?
It's exactly 1,000 leaves. For you.
But why are you giving me so much?
Seems I shocked the fancy accent right out of you.
Oh!
I know you've been working hard to talk like city folk for when you make it big. You're really something, Agnea. You never gave up on your dream. Consider it my tip. It's my way of cheering you on.
Thank you, Gus.
You finally did it. Tomorrow's festival will be my last chance to see you dance.
You don't want to miss it. It'll be my best one yet.
I'm already looking forward to it. It's dark out. Get home safe, Agnea.
I'll take good care of this. I'll take good care of this. I'm home! Oh, welcome home, Agni. You were working late tonight again. I'm sorry. I'll cook dinner right away. I finally have enough money. Really? So that means... Papa! Dinner's ready. Come and eat while it's hot. Papa, do you remember our promise? You said I could go on my journey if I made 10,000 leaves with my dancing. Well, I did it. So I'm going on my journey, just like you promised I could.
Then go.
I'm going to become a star and bring smiles to people's faces. Just like Mama.
Are you prepared for what that means?
I am. Mama was a star. She wrote her own songs and traveled the land, singing and dancing. Papa was a tailor. They met when he was making Mama's dresses. Mama wore them as she sang her heart out for the world to hear. Of course, Paula and I went everywhere with her. But those happy days were short-lived. Mama was so focused on making people smile that she never noticed how ill she was until it was too late. After some time, Mama went on one final journey, this time to a place we couldn't follow. Ever since then, Papa's opposed my dream. My dream of following in Mama's footsteps. Mama.
Oh, are you all right, Agnea?
I'm fine. Someday, I'm gonna be a star like you, Mama.
You get back up no matter how many times you fall. The moon step is a difficult dance. But you can do whatever you set your mind to. Agnea, I want you to have this hairpin. Wear it and you'll feel like you can dance the night away. It's my lucky charm.
Wow. Thanks, Mama.
Stars are a symbol of hope. They put smiles on people's faces. I know you can do it, Agnea. Someday, you'll be a star.
I will, Mama. Sun's up. Time to rise and shine. Nothing's gonna stop me today. Wake up, Paula! What in tarnation? What's the matter, Agnea? It's morning. Breakfast time. It'll go cold if you wait too long. Now get out of bed. Morning already, huh? So, this is the last time I'll be eating your cooking for a while. I sure am gonna miss getting tasty meals handed to me. From tomorrow on, it'll be your turn. I think I'm finally starting to see how amazing you are, Agnea. Better late than never, I suppose. So, what are you doing today? Helping out with the festival? I'm going into the woods to gather raspberries. We'll need as many as we can get for the town's famous raspberry pies. I'll be helping Gus and the others with the heavy lifting. You'd get more work done than a half-dozen men. Rounding them up is more the problem. I can't imagine rounding them up will be a problem with your talents. My talents? You are a dancer, after all. I'm sure men and women alike would gather round if you put on a little show. Paula, just listen to what you're saying. I'd look like a right fool if I used my dance for something like that. Oh, Agnea, you can be so naive. Talents like yours are made to be flaunted. Thanks for breakfast, Agnea. Wait up! Paula! Talents, huh? In any case, I gotta make my way over to the festival. Like everyone's having a good time. Now for the final preparations.
Agnea, today this stage will be all yours.
It's wonderful. I can't wait to start the show.
Speaking of which, we have a couple more big pieces to add. Would you mind finding me a few helping hands?
Leave it to me. Watch me shine. Shall we?
You sure round them up quick. Keep up the good work.
Will do. I'll see who else I can rustle up. Come on now.
I appreciate the help, Agnea.
Happy to be of service.
Seems like none of them have an ear for what I have to say. Asking you was the right choice.
Agnea!
Gus, is something the matter?
Have you seen Paula? She went raspberry picking in the woods, but she ain't come back yet.
What?
And that's not even the worst of it. In the forest, I found a Dorador's hoof prints. Do you remember? That giant boar ravaged our whole village some years ago. It took the whole lot of us to drive him away. We might have caught the scent of the festival foods and scurried over, but
Paula. I have to find her.
you can't be serious.
Will you come with me, Gus?
Of course I will. You can count on me, Agnea.
Thank you, Gus.
But I sure would feel better if we had more company.
Then I guess it's time to put my talents to use.
Talents? How so?
May I have this dance? Time to shine! Lion dance!
Do I have to? It's on the house. Hey! And another! You all right, Agnea? This ain't good.
It's my turn now.
Do I have to?
One, two. Now then.
Get him! Ha! And another!
All right. You won't want to miss this. Forgive me. I did it! Even if I stumble, I'll get back up.
This ain't good.
It's my turn now.
Do I have to?
Now then,
And another!
time to shut I can do whatever I say. Bye-bye. Thank you. Here I come.
Do I have to? It's on the house.
It's my turn now. All right. Lion dance. Now then.
On my honor and another! Do I have to?
Oh, you won't want to miss this. Even if I stumble, I'll get back up. May I have this dance?
Do I have to?
It's my turn.
I should have expected as much.
Now then. Lion dance. All right.
On my honor as a and another! A tavern keep's gotta be strong. Do I have to? Yeah.
Time to shine.
Ha! Get him!
It's my turn now. Lion dance. All right.
On my honor as and another! You all right, Agnea?
door.
And he doesn't look too happy. I bet he's mighty hungry. Ugh.
Gus!
Let's get out of here, Agnea.
No,
What?
he's following the scent of the festival toward town. If we run now, he'll charge straight into the crowd. But I won't let that happen. I won't let him ruin everyone's fun.
Come on, Agnea. Be reasonable.
I'm not going anywhere.
Don't tell me you're gonna fight this thing.
Are you ready, Gus? We can do anything we set our minds to.
I can't believe this.
Let's go! Let's go, Gus! It's my turn now.
Do I have to? Ha! Yeah! It's on the house.
Now then. I'll use this. Time to shine. Lion dance.
Ha!
All right.
On my honor as a tavern king. Leave the job to me.
All right. I will protect the festival. Now then.
Do I have to? Leave the job to me. Agnea. Leave the job to me.
It isn't over yet.
This should do the trick.
It's my turn now. Here you go.
Much obliged.
Ow! I'll use this.
Huh? Ha! And another!
Now then. Time to shine.
On my honor as a cook! And another!
Now then, I will protect the festival. Forgive me.
Ha!
I know you're upset because of your empty belly, so I'm sorry. But I can't let you go through here. I'll give you some nuts to eat later, so be a good boy until then.
Much obliged.
Gus! Here you go!
Much obliged.
All right.
And another.
It's my turn now. Together now! This is what it means to be a stop together now! Yes!
On my honor as a tavern king. Ha! And another. Get him.
It's my together! Okay, do whatever I set my mind to. Forgive me. Sorry. Now then.
Do a ha! And another.
Now then. Yes!
Do I have? Ha!
All right. Ow!
Let me. Get him. Don't give up.
I owe you one. Now, I will protect the festival. Forgive me. It's my turn now.
Do I? And another. Get him.
Now then. Lion dance.
On my honor and another. You all right, Agnea? We did it! You really can do whatever you set your mind to, Agnea.
I couldn't have done it without you, Gus. I'm glad. You protected the festival and everyone's smiles along with it.
Agnea.
But where's Paula?
Agnea, that you?
Paula!
What happened? I heard this loud noise and... Did you do that, Agnea? This little village really is too small for you.
Where were you, Paula? We were so worried.
There weren't any berries around here, so I had to go deeper into the woods. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'm just glad you're all right. So what say we get back to the village? We've got a festival to attend.
Are you sure you can dance like that, Agnea? Your dress is all dirty.
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine. back?
Your dress is tattered.
Well, a lot happened, you see. But I can still dance in this. I don't want to keep everyone waiting.
Wait.
Hmm? What's that? It's too dark to see clearly.
I think Papa wants to give you something. You know how he is, Agni. You'd best go to him instead.
I suppose you're right. This is Mama's dress.
I altered it for you.
Papa.
I'm sure you ruined those clothes, helping somebody out. Just like your mother used to.
Papa. You're right. A star's supposed to put smiles on people's faces.
Go, Agnea. Everyone's waiting for you.
Thanks, Papa.
We've been waiting for you, Agnea!
It's not a festival without your dancing.
Thank you, everyone. This dance is for you. With all my heart. Morning, Paula.
Morning, Agni. It's almost time for you to go, isn't it? Everyone's waiting at the village entrance. They can't let you leave without saying goodbye.
I suppose I shouldn't keep them waiting. got everything I need with my earnings. So it's time for me to set out on my journey.
Still can't believe you're leaving, Agnea.
We're happy for her, ain't we?
That's right. You brought happiness to everyone in this village.
So it's only right that we send you off with a smile.
Thank you, everyone.
Agnea, you better not come back here till you're a star. You got that?
When I do, I hope you'll still let me dance at your tavern.
Oh, Agni. I'll take care of the house for you. You don't have to worry about a thing.
I know I can count on you, Paula. Papa.
You dance just like your
Thank you. That was Mama's song. But someday, I'll have a song of my own. One that'll make the whole world smile.
Take care of yourself.
You too, Papa. I'd best be on my way now. Thank you, everyone! Thank you!
Good luck, Agnea.
So this is New Delsta, the metropolis. Wow.
Excuse me, madam.
But my apologies. Mama took us all around the Western continent when we were little, but I don't remember any city quite like this. Hmm? What's this? Superstar? These signs are everywhere. I wonder what a superstar is like.
I can't wait to see Dulcinea perform. We should count ourselves lucky to see the greatest dancer in the land. If we don't hurry, all the good seats will be taken. Let's go!
Maybe these folks can show me the way to this superstar. It's worth a try. gigantic. I've never seen anything so big in my life. If only the folks back home could see this. I can't let it intimidate me. I've got to keep going.
Ticket, please.
Ticket?
You need a ticket to see the show.
Ticket? That's a fun word to say. But we didn't have anything like that back home. Well, Mom always said to do as the locals do. So I need to find myself a ticket.
I'll take.
What's the...
I'll take that.
Ticket, please.
I have one right here.
Thank you. Take this half with you into the theater.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you for coming to our theater today. Please be seated. The show will begin shortly.
Looks like I'm just in time.
with a voice sweeter than honey, and dazzling dances that outshine the brightest gems. Please welcome the woman who defined the word star, the greatest dancer in the land, Dulcinea Lucille!
All for you. I was born to be a star. But it is thanks to you that I can truly shine. Now then, let the night begin.
That was incredible. I could feel my own heart dancing. And everyone looked so happy. She really is the greatest dancer in the land.
Hey, let me go! That hurt, damn it.
If you want to watch the show, buy a ticket like everyone else.
What's got your purse strings in a knot? I just wanted to take a peek.
Dulcinea, the greatest dancer in the land, graces our stage. We are a theater, not a charity. Come back when you have money, or not at all.
Good grief. Well, show's over, and it looks like the stars are out of my reach. Huh?
So that was all for you. It's no wonder she's a superstar.
Well, well. You've got some hot moves, kid.
Hot moves?
That's right. I missed Dulcinea's show, but seeing you has me all fired up.
I'm glad. I'm quite fired up myself. This incredible town is overflowing with dreams.
You got that right. The name's Gil, by the way. I run a tavern in the back streets. Did you know that dreams taste like beans?
Beans?
I serve more than just spirits at my tavern. I've got freshly ground coffee, too. Come see for yourself. I owe you a cup for that dance earlier.
Really?
Of course. You're more than welcome. Welcome to Montrain's Tavern.
It smells so good in here.
Here, have a cup of coffee. You won't regret it.
It's bittersweet.
The flavor of dreams. Only a handful of folks can become stars. The rest are just stardust in the wind. Or so some folks say. In any case, take a load off.
That's a beautiful piano. Can you play it?
Montrain could. He was a famous pianist and a master at captivating people with song. After he retired, he took up tending this very tavern. I was born in this town, and every day was as boring as the last. Except when I could hear him playing the piano from the alley. Hearing those melodies made me forget about my troubles. Yeah, those were hot sounds. I came here whenever I could. Montrain even taught me how to play the piano. I wanted to be able to make music like him, to make others smile. So, I practiced and practiced. Sometimes the patrons laughed at me or jeered, but I never gave up. Before I knew it, years had passed. And no one paid any mind to my music. Montrain grew old and passed away. That's when it finally hit me. I've got no talent. After that, I took up tending the tavern and selling spirits.
Enough reminiscing. I'm thirsty, Gil.
Good grief. Is this going on your tab, too? You know you have to pay that someday, right?
Gil? I want to hear you play the piano.
Sorry, but I quit.
As you should.
Dreams are good for nothing but getting you hurt.
Say, Gil, would you mind if I danced here?
Why would you want to do that?
I guess I just feel like it.
Of course. You're more than welcome to.
Thank you. Now then, we need an audience if we're going to have a show. I'll go gather a crowd.
Hey, now, don't get too carried away. I can only handle so many here. Bring any patrons you find to me, okay?
Okay, see you soon, Gil.
Something tells me things are about to get a lot livelier in here. That was fast. Keep them coming.
Will do.
Oh, you found another. Come on in.
This is just the beginning, Gil.
You've already got... The crowd's all warmed up. What say we get the show started?
That was incredible!
I've never seen anyone dance like that before.
Thank you, everyone!
I knew it. Your moves really are hot. To tell the truth, I was hoping you would dance for them too.
Gil. Would you mind if I stayed here to dance for a while?
Oh, not at all. But I wouldn't be able to pay you for it.
I don't mind at all. Now then, let the dance continue.
Did you hear? Gil's got a dancer over at his tavern. They say seeing her steps will lift your spirits.
Really? Maybe we should check it out.
Good morning.
Feeling any better now?
Yeah, a little.
Morning, everybody. You're early.
You seem surprised. I'm an early riser.
Damn.
Is something wrong, Gil?
I was so busy getting ready here that I forgot to restock.
I can take care of that. I'll leave the cleaning to you, Gil.
Thanks, kid.
Out of my way!
My apologies. What was that all about? Maybe he was one of Gil's patrons. Well, I guess I can ask him after I finish the shopping.
Back so soon, kid? Did you forget something?
It seems like business is booming for you.
I know you. You're the guy from the theater. What brings a man of your esteem to my humble tavern?
I came to remind you of your place.
And fresh bread and spices. That's everything. That's the man I saw earlier.
Oh, good sir. Spare a leaf or two for this old man?
How revolting! This is why the poor disgust me. I've had more than I can bear of your reeking lot.
Are you all right?
What's this? Another mangy cur? There simply is no end to your numbers. Luckily for you, I have work to do at the theater.
Wait! How dare he! Next time I see his face, I'll give him a piece of my mind! What happened here? Gil! Are you all right? Your face is...
Ah, you mean this? Don't worry about it. I fell.
You're a poor liar, Gil. Who did this to you?
The theater manager.
Is that the man I saw earlier? But why?
Seeing this tavern thrive just didn't sit well with him. He said if we perform again, he'll destroy the whole place.
That's awful.
Our joy here is always fleeting at best. We're used to it.
Dreams really are good for nothing but getting you hurt.
Gil.
After you came here, kid, I admit, I felt hopeful. Everyone here was so happy. It reminded me of my own dreams. So I started playing the piano again, writing songs. But it just wasn't enough to make those dreams come true. I'm just stardust in the wind.
Please don't say that. Dreams aren't good for nothing. You said that man managed the theater, right? He has no right to trample on the dreams of others. So I'm gonna go over there and give him an earful.
Really? Kid.
Excuse me, ma'am, but there's no show today.
Where is that manager?
Who might I ask is looking for him?
Ah, that's him right there.
Wait, ma'am, you can't just go in there.
Let's play. Ready?
No.
It's my turn now. There! This is my chance!
Oh, whoa, Agnea.
What to do?
There! Eat this!
I need a plan.
Very well. Take that! Now come!
Now then. Together now! Peacock strut!
Very well.
My turn.
Afraid of the dark.
I need a plan. Pierce them. Wings of frost. I've seen worse methods.
Excuse me! Mr. Manager, wait right there!
Ready?
There! It's my turn now. Yes!
Oh dear. There.
Ow!
Very well. Holy light, illuminate the darkness.
Cleaning time.
Afraid of the dark. That's your weakness.
You're incredible!
Now then. Fire. Burn.
Ready?
Afraid of the dark.
Prepare yourself.
Feel my wrath!
All right. Yes!
well. Repent! Holy light, illuminate the darkness. May the sacred flame guide you, or something like that.
You're the one who attacked Gil and the others, aren't you?
And you're their house dancer, aren't you? Have you come here looking for a real job?
No, I came to talk to you.
I merely gave them what they deserved for daring to imitate my fine theater. This town has no need for two such establishments. Those patrons are mine by right. Anyone wishing to be entertained need look no further than where we stand.
You! You regret trying to take away people's fun!
There's no greater fun than can be had in these halls. Of course, the tickets may be beyond the means of the rabble.
But they still have Montrain's Tavern. That's a place of hope for them. I want Gil to be able to dream again. So promise me you won't lay another finger on that tavern. I won't leave here until you do.
How dare you speak to me like that? If you won't leave, then I will swat you like the annoying fly you are.
You won't swat me. All right. There. Now.
Ready?
You're too kind.
Thinking time.
Very well.
Ready?
Time to shine. There.
Here goes. Let me show you what I've learned. Pierce them, wings of frost.
Where was I? Blaze on, flame.
Ready?
But I won't hold back. Eat this!
Thinking time. Indulge me.
To work.
Be healed.
I'm feeling all better. Now then. I'll show you I'm no fly. This is what it means to be a star. Peacock strut.
Strike them down.
Ready?
Oh dear. Say your prayers. Be healed.
The tide is turning.
Now then. This is what it means to be a star. There. Sorry.
My turn.
Pierce them. Wings of frost.
It's my turn now.
Where was I? Here you go.
Time to shine. This is what it means to be a star. Lion dance.
Cleaning time. Watch me. There! Eat this! What to do? Thanks.
To work. Be healed.
I'm feeling all better.
Now then.
Feel my wrath!
Let me show you what I've learned. Pierce them. Wings of frost.
You annoying little fly!
I need a plan.
Oh dear. Be healed.
I appreciate it, Timonos.
Ready? You're open.
All right.
Thinking time.
Pierce them. Wings of frost.
Now then.
Cleaning time.
Whoa! I won't back down. Say your prayers.
Holy light, illuminate the darkness.
My turn.
It's my turn now. I'll show you I'm no fly. Forgive me.
I need a...
Pierce them, winds of frost.
Oh dear. Very well. Blaze on, flame.
It's my turn now.
What to do?
Now then.
Pierce them, winds of frost.
Cleaning time. Hang in there.
You annoying little fly!
It's my turn now. Here you go.
Thank you. I need a plan.
Pierce them, winds of frost.
Oh dear. Blaze on, flame. Very good.
What to do? Afraid of the dark. Open book.
Very well. I won't back down. Blaze on, flame.
Time to shine.
I need a plan.
Pierce them, winds of frost.
Oswald. Sorry, but I won't hold back. Take this.
Where was I? I'll take this.
Calculations complete. Pierce them, winds of frost.
Time to shine.
Glad to help. This one's for me.
Ready?
Afraid of the dark.
Time to shine! I'll show you I'm no fly! Bye-bye! It can't end!
This isn't good. Here you go.
Blaze on, those sacred flames.
Cleaning time. Hang in there.
I need a plan. You're finished.
Ready? All tidied up.
Damn you! This isn't over yet!
That's quite enough.
Madam Dulcinea!
I was wondering what all the commotion was about. You are to leave that little tavern alone. Do you hear me?
But my lady...
Have you no shame? Need I remind you who I am? I am Dulcinea Lucille, continental superstar. The realm rejoices when I dance. There is none who can compare to my splendor. Now then, promise this young woman that you won't harm that tavern ever again. Because I refuse to dance at a theater owned by such a disgraceful man.
What? I promise.
Good. That settles that.
Dulcinea!
That dress and hairpin are lovely, dear.
It's my dream to be a star, just like you.
Is that so? Then there is one thing you should know. The path to stardom is laden with thorns, little dancer.
Kid. We were all worried, so we came to find you.
Thank you, all of you. The tavern should be safe from now on. Dulcinea made that manager promise not to hurt you guys anymore.
Dulcinea did that for us?
I'm sorry, kid. You had to go in all alone?
Don't fret about it. How's your face?
It'll take more than that to do me in. And my partner's alive and well, too.
Your partner? no! Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's still got some life in it yet.
Then let's celebrate. We can put on another show here. Is something wrong?
You can't stay in a place like this, kid. There's a whole world out there that could use cheer like yours.
Gil.
From here on out, all of us here will be putting on shows together. We'll try to bring whatever little hope we can to this town.
Thank you.
That's our line. You helped us remember something important.
Gil?
Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Thank you, Gil. That was a beautiful song.
Thank you, kid. It's been hot.
Don't be a stranger, Agnea.
Yeah, come dance at the tavern anytime.
Thank you, everyone.
I want you to have this, kid, as a parting gift.
Sheet music?
I call it Song of Hope. It's the song we played the other night. I know it's not much, but I hope you get some use out of it.
Are you sure, Gil? The song...
It's the least I can give you after all you gave us.
Thank you so much, Gil. This song really is beautiful. I can feel the hope in every note. You truly are amazing, Gil.
It's just the notes, unfortunately. The words wouldn't come to me.
Would you mind if I wrote them? I think I might find some words as I go on my journey.
I hope you do. I'd love to hear it when it's finished. Say, kid, what did you feel when coming to this town?
I felt... I want to put those feelings into the song. I'd like to experience all sorts of things on this journey and turn them into music. And I want to sing and dance to this song and bring smiles to everyone's faces.
I know you can do it, kid. You're going to be a star someday.
Gil... I could say the same to you.
Why were you so kind to that dancer, Madame Dulcinea? Kind? Perish the thought. That tavern is no threat to me. More importantly, are things proceeding according to plan? Yes, my lady. Music to my ears.
Song of Hope. And I told Gil I'd find words for the song he composed, but inspiration hasn't struck me just yet. But I'm sure I'll find the words eventually. I just have to keep going until I do. Now then, this town looks like a fine place to stop on my journey.
Oh, goddess, lend me your strength.
Huh?
Well, I'll be. Not even Tansy can budget.
This is all your fault for wanting to take a shortcut, Tansy.
We wouldn't be in a rush if you hadn't overslept, Rico. We were already pressed for time because the ship was late, and now this thing won't budge.
See, Coda, if pushing doesn't work, why don't we pull? Let's give it a try. Wait.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Sorry.
Improvisation! I love it! That's the true spirit of comedy.
How can you be so calm, boss? Everyone will laugh at us if we perform without our wagon and props.
Then I'll consider it a success. Not even gold shines brighter than a smile.
Come on, there's gotta be something we can do. Oh, think. Oh, goddess, dear goddess.
Pardon me, but I know a way to get your wagon moving again.
Really? Are you from around here?
No, I'm just a traveler. Would you happen to have a sturdy stick lying around?
Rico, Coda, could you help this woman find what she needs?
Will this do?
You can't be serious. That's Coda's flute.
I see. Just wait right here then. I'll go find one. Now, if we just put this stick right here, and... up you go!
We did it! Oh my goddess!
I don't know who you are, kid, but we owe you one.
Don't mention it. I learned a lot playing in the mud growing up.
You're stronger than you look. What's your name?
Agnea. Agnea Bristarni.
Bristarni. Well, in any case, we owe you a debt of gratitude, Agnea. We're a roaming band of entertainers. We call ourselves Giselle's Traveling Troupe.
Whoa! That dove appeared out of thin air!
I'm glad you like it. In my eyes, not even the shine of gold compares to that of a smile. That's why the girls and I travel the world, hoping to make it shine. Bringing smiles to every corner of the realm. That's our motto.
How wonderful! I'm a dancer. I'm on a journey to become a star.
That's fantastic! Right, Rico? Coda?
You're a woman with dreams, Agnea. A star is someone who illuminates people's lives. She makes them smile in the best and worst of times. She's there, come rain or shine. It's a feat that only those who keep getting up on stage can achieve.
Yes, ma'am.
Boss, it's almost time for rehearsal.
Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? I hope we meet again someday, my dear dreamer.
We'll be putting on a show later. If you have time, why don't you come see it? I promise it'll make you smile.
I can't even imagine what sort of show brings smiles to every corner of the realm. I could learn a thing or two from them. I better hurry. Wouldn't want to miss it.
What do we do now?
This is my fault. I should have been keeping an eye out.
I guess we should start looking.
Oh, Agnea.
Is something wrong? What happened to your show?
We have a runaway.
A runaway? You mean your dove? Don't worry, I'll help you find it.
No, it's not the dove. It's Boss.
But what? What do you mean?
Sometimes her nerves get to her before a show. But we have to bring her back. We can't perform without our leading lady. Oh, goddess.
Let me help. I don't quite understand why she's run away, but... we have to find her. For the audience's sake.
Thank you, Agnea.
Thank you!
good night.
Giselle, there you are.
Well, if it isn't the dreamer.
Your troop said you ran away. Did something happen?
It all disappeared. Every line I was supposed to say just vanished. My mind went completely blank during rehearsal. Imagine if that happened in a real performance. It's happened before, and every time, I just ran away. I'm not meant for this stage anymore. My life as a performer is over.
Giselle. But what about your audience? They've been looking forward to your show.
I envy the sea. It has no worries, it feels no pain. It must be nice, not being swayed by anyone. Sometimes I wish I could just sink to the bottom of the ocean and rest there peacefully, like a seashell.
Giselle, you said you wanted to be a seashell, right? But you can't. You can't just go giving up like that.
Given up?
Life ain't always easy. Everybody knows that. But making people smile? That's why you and I live and breathe.
Agnea. Oh! What happened to your feet? They've got calluses all over. Don't tell me. You got all those from dancing? I can't imagine how much that hurt. And at your tender age.
These are nothing. They were worth it to bring smiles to people's faces. So chin up, Giselle. Even if you forget your lines, you just learn them again. Believe in yourself. You can do anything you set your mind to. A star is someone who illuminates people's lives, right? So even if you stumble, you just have to get back on your feet.
Just get back on your feet, huh?
It's high time you came out of your shell, Giselle. Besides, you're not a seashell. You're a shiny pearl. And I think the world could use your radiance.
Agnea. You're right. I have to get back on my feet.
That's the spirit. Now let's go.
I'll take... While journeying across the land with our trusty wagon, we arrived here on Tropu Hopu. We've come to shine upon the flowers in your hearts, that they may bloom into smiles. We are Giselle's traveling troupe, bringing smiles to every corner of the realm.
I can't thank you enough, Agnea. You helped us get our wagon out of the mud and even helped Boss find her courage again.
I'm sorry. I got worked up, so... I might have gotten a little carried away.
You don't need to apologize. We're grateful to you. She puts on quite the show, doesn't she?
She sure does.
Boss's bad habit of running away had our troop constantly on the move. But when she stands upon that stage, she shines brighter than anyone. What sort of spell did you cast on her, Agnea? I've never seen her this radiant before. Praise be the goddess for this day.
Thank you, thank you. It warms my heart to see you all smile like this. Now then, there's someone I'd like to introduce to you all. I owe a great deal to her for setting me on the right path. Please welcome Agnea, the traveling dancer.
Me?
That's your cue.
Show us a dance, will you?
If you insist. Watch me shine.
Cheers!
I want to thank everyone for our successful show tonight, and Agnea for touching my heart.
Your heart?
I can say without a doubt that you'll bring happiness to people the world over.
Do you really think so?
I agree. You're going to be a star someday.
Speaking of stars...
That reminds me of Dulcinea.
I think Agnea here can outshine even that superstar. You've got a real talent for making people smile.
I don't know what to say.
But we won't go down without a fight. We're going to keep practicing. We have to, for the Grand Gala.
The Grand Gala?
It's the greatest festival on the Eastern Continent. Entertainers and dancers from all across the realm gather there. Standing upon that stage is the greatest honor there is for performers like us.
Wow, that sounds like a dream come true. Well, my mind's made up. I'm going to that gala.
You too, Agnea?
I just have a feeling that I need to be there if I'm going to be a star. Which is why I have to go. Woohoo!
I remember now why your name sounds so familiar. You've got the same last name as Kwani Bristarni, the star from the west.
You knew my mother?
I see. So you're her daughter. I heard about her when I went to the town of Sai in the west for a show. They said she danced there about 20 years ago. She was well loved by everyone, just like you.
I had no idea. I think I'd like to see this town for myself. I might be able to learn something about my mother there.
There's still time before the gala this year. It might not be a bad idea to pay that place a visit.
I believe I will. Thank you, Giselle.
Agnea, you gave me more courage than I've ever had before. But I haven't been able to give anything to you in return.
Giselle, that's not true. You've all given me so much.
That's so? Then I'm happy. Good luck on your journey, Agnea. No matter what happens, keep smiling. If you do, happiness is sure to find you.
Those are beautiful words. Would you mind if I use them in a song?
It'd be my honor.
Boss, we're ready to go!
Looks like this is goodbye for now, Agnea. May the goddess be with you.
See you! Safe travels, everyone. I'll see you at the Grand Gala.
I look forward to it already.
Just please don't run away this time, boss.
Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. And even if I stumble, I just have to get back on my feet. Right, Agnea?
Right. So this is Sai, the town where Mama performed. Giselle was here not long ago, so perhaps someone knows something. Excuse me,
Is something the matter, miss?
would you happen to know of a dancer who was here about 20 years ago?
Oh my, 20 years is quite a long time. This place has changed so much since then. Perhaps you should check the old quarters in the east.
I will. Thank you. Oh my. Is that... That pose looks just like... the moon step. Could this statue be...
Out of my way, old lady.
old? Huh?
Take this, and that, and one of these. That ought to do it.
Lila, what are you doing? We've had just about enough of your mischief. And to make matters worse, you've defiled Mother's statue.
I think she looks better this way.
That statue is a symbol of our hope.
Like that matters in this town. We have no money, no good food, nothing. There's no hope for us here.
You brat!
This gloom doesn't suit a desert town at all. But I know a way to brighten up the place.
What are you doing?
Watch me shine!
I don't know what that was, but I think you'd best be on your way. And clean up that statue, Lila.
What?
What was that just now? You were spinning around so much it made me dizzy.
It was a dance. Was it your first time seeing one?
Dance?
Lila!
Darn! Gramps found me!
Oh, that girl sure can run.
She'll come home when she's hungry. More importantly, that was a beautiful dance, young lady.
Thank you. It seems the other townsfolk didn't quite agree, though.
Nonsense. You were a sight to behold.
You must be tired from your journey. You're free to rest your feet at our house, Miss,
Please, call me Agnea. But are you sure?
We certainly are, Agnea. In fact, we insist. After all, something about you feels familiar.
I'll take that.
Grandma! Grandpa! Welcome home!
Thank you. Were you good boys and girls while we were out?
Who are all these children?
They're young ones from all over town. We watch over them when their parents can't. There aren't many jobs to be had here, so their parents leave in search of work.
Is she a new friend? Whoa, that's amazing!
She's a traveling dancer.
You're all too young to know, but another dancer visited this very town 20 years ago. She was a kind-hearted woman named Kwani.
That was my mother!
Oh, it's no wonder you felt familiar. You look just like her.
It makes me happy to hear that you remember her.
As if we could forget. Kwani was only passing through, yet gave from her own pockets to help us. She took care of us like she was our own mother. The townsfolk built a statue of her so that they'd never forget the hope she gave us.
So that statue is of my mother. I can't tell you how happy that makes me.
She met a little orphan girl while she was here. And she taught her how to dance. That little girl never stopped dancing, and now she's famous for it.
A famous dancer?
Pardon me. I thought I told you to leave.
You again? No matter how many times you come around, our answer won't change. This town is all we have left.
This is our home. I beg you to reconsider.
I've seen her before.
We paid a lot of money for this land, which makes you no more than trespassers. My liege was gracious enough to give you time to leave. But no longer. I will force you out if I must.
Stop! I won't let you lay a finger on my parents.
Lila!
Get lost, you big oaf. Don't you have someone else to bully? I can't imagine what you'd want with a garbage heap like this.
Let the others know there will be no mercy next time. You've been warned.
Thank you, Lila.
Lila. Didn't I tell you already? There's no hope for us here.
Lila! Did she run away again? At a time like this? You spoil her too much, Platt.
Lila was an orphan. She was abandoned when she was little, so we took her in and raised her as our own. But her heart's been closed off ever since, and all she ever does is make mischief around town.
She always says that there's no hope here. I wish we knew how to make her happy.
I have to do something. I have to find Lila.
What am I doing? Soon this town will be nothing but a memory. And a bad one at that. There was never anything fun to do here. Fun. So that was a dance.
What? What are you staring at, you idiot? I was just admiring your moves. I'm happy to see you've taken a liking to dance. No, I haven't. I can teach you if you like. What do you say, Lila? What? Your shoes. They're all tattered. You can't dance in those. Which means I'll just have to find you a new pair.
Hey! I didn't even agree to dance with you!
Never you worry about that. Just wait here, okay?
What's up with that lady?
They fit perfectly! Thank goodness.
I guess they do.
Now then, let's begin. Just follow me. Your turn.
Fine. There's no need to get so excited. Are you crazy? There's no way I can do something like that.
This is called the moon step. It's an advanced move, but I know you can do it, Lila.
I get it now. You just want to laugh at me, don't you?
Of course not. When I saw your moves, I knew. You've got the makings of a dancer, Lila.
I do?
But when you start, you don't need to worry about doing it well. You just need to have fun. That's the most important part.
Fun.
Come on, let's give it another try. That was amazing! dance wonderfully, Lila.
That's the first time anyone's ever praised me so much.
Thank you, Lila.
Huh? What are you thanking me for?
It made me happy to see you have fun.
Don't be ridiculous. Wouldn't you be happier if I could do the moon step?
Huh?
When I watched you dance, all the bad thoughts in my head disappeared. And my heart felt warm. What's wrong with me?
Lila. What do you say we do it one more time, Lila? I did it! I finally did it! You did! You learned the moon step! It's proof that you worked hard. Harder than anyone. Dulcinea. Thank you, Miss Kalani. After I saw you dance, I decided someday I'm going to be a star.
Grandma!
That was a beautiful dance, Lila. It reminded me of Dulcinea.
Dulcinea? You mean the little orphan girl that my mother taught was...
That's right. Her name was Dulcinea. She used to practice here all night with your mother. I'm happy you found yourself a good teacher, Lila. Dulcinea said she was going to be a star, and now she is. But not everyone here is happy about that. After all, when it came to the townsfolk, that girl...
Come quickly! The town's in trouble!
What? I'll go check it out.
I'm going with you.
What do you think you're doing?
I told you there would be no mercy next time, didn't I?
Stop this madness! This town is our...
Dulcinea?
Greetings, you poor little slum dwellers. Allow me to free you from your filth.
I don't care if you're a star, the moon, or the whole damn sky. You need to come back down to Earth and remember where you came from.
Unfortunately for you, my memory just isn't what it used to be. Now go, Veronica. I will be watching the show from atop the hill.
Understood.
Why is this happening? No. I can worry about the whys after I put an end to this.
Let me help. I've got to teach these bullies a lesson.
I can tell how much you care for everyone, Lila. But you have to leave this to me. You get the other kids to safety, you hear?
Agnea. Okay, leave it to me. Good luck, Agnea.
I won't let you down.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Let's go! Look at that! I'm hungry.
My turn.
Cleaning time. Here.
Go on then!
Cleaning time. Here.
Well, well, if it isn't the little dancer from before. Have you come for an autograph? You must be quite the fan to come all the way out here just to see me.
I'm not here for an autograph. Far from it. I came here to stop you from destroying that town.
Unfortunately for you, I have big plans for this place. It is to become Dulcinea Land.
Dulcinea Land?
It has quite the nice ring to it, no? It will be a shining paradise built in honor of the realm's finest superstar. I'm giving these people something they can be proud of. They should be thanking me.
But isn't this your hometown?
Your jokes bore me, little girl.
Dulcinea?
This is no home of mine. My very first memory is of sand, everywhere I looked. I can't even remember my parents' faces. I was abandoned here. Life was miserable. Dressed in flea-ridden rags, scavenging for food. But one day, an opportunity presented itself. A dazzling light descended upon this gloomy, destitute town. Everyone's eyes were upon her brilliant figure as she danced. She was a star. That's when I decided to prove myself to the world. After some time, I became a dancer and found myself in front of a grand stage during my travels. I wished to dance upon it. So I worked harder than anyone. Until I outshone them all. And I scaled the dazzling stairs to success. Do you see now? I am, without a doubt, the realm's finest superstar. I trained every day of my life so that my glow would never die. How could the world's most beautiful, shining star come from this depressing slum? It's simply not possible. Which is why I say this is no home of mine.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you come from. A true star would never cause others pain. A true star is...
That's quite enough. Now would you get out of my way? This area needs to be cleared. And once it's gone, all memory of it shall follow.
I'm not going anywhere.
You stubborn little girl. You should know that such obstinance will only get you hurt. Veronica, get rid of her.
You can try, but I won't let you lay a finger on this town. Wait for me, Lila. Now then.
What to do? Heavy-footed, aren't you?
Now it begins. You're in for it, I've got it.
Let's go. Ha-ha! Right. Yes. Ha-ha!
My turn.
Here. It's my turn now. I wonder what it'll be.
Nail you, Agnea. Prepare yourself. How?
What to do? Playtime's over. You're open.
Now then.
My turn. I fight for my friends. How? Who's next? For the pride of Ku.
I failed. You wish to give her a moment in the spotlight, I see. You are too kind. Take a moment to catch your breath, Veronica. I must confess, you put on quite the show. There is something special about you, Agnea. Something rare that not all dancers have. You have a glow about you.
Dulcinea, stars are meant to...
Put smiles on people's faces, yes? What nonsense. I danced to prove myself to the world, to gain the people's recognition. I thought only of my own happiness. You're Kwani's daughter, aren't you? I suppose you're faithfully following her teachings, then.
I am.
You're such a fool. Though I cannot deny even the smallest bit of interest in you.
Is this an invitation? The Festival of Grace.
It's the main event of the Grand Gala, Very few dancers have the privilege of performing in it. We can settle this there. The crowd will decide which of us is the true star.
That's fine with me.
I look forward to it already. Until then, I leave this little heap of huts in your hands. We're leaving, Veronica. Tonight's show was brought to you by me, Dulcinea Lucille. I shall await you on the stage.
Dulcinea's gone. I can't thank you enough, miss.
I'm just glad everyone's all right.
Oh no! Look! Mother's statue. It's in pieces. Our hope.
Lila!
What's wrong with all of you? Don't you get tired of being gloomy all the time?
What are you talking about, Lila?
If you're looking for hope, it's right here. I'll be your new hope.
Lila.
Lila! She's dancing.
I can't believe it.
Ouch! Lila!
Whoa. Whoa!
Thank you, Agnea. You helped me discover something important. Were you able to find something too? I was. I found... Really? I'm glad it wasn't just me then. When I dance, my heart feels warm. All the bad thoughts in my head disappear. And I'm filled with happiness. Those are beautiful words, Lila. From now on, I'm going to share this happiness with the whole town. Thank you, Lila.
Again? What are you thanking me for?
I should get going.
Agnea!
Lila. Let's meet again someday.
That's a promise, Agnea. See you soon!
I made it! This is Merry Hills, the home of the Grand Gala. There's so many people here. And I'm going to dance for all of them. I'll dance to the Song of Hope, with the words of those I met on my journey. It'll be finished soon. I can't wait for everyone to hear it. This will be my best show yet. I can feel it.
Look over there. She's got a red flower hairpin.
So she's the one who's been recognized by Dulcinea.
I heard about her on my tour. I wonder what kind of dancer she is.
Are they looking at me?
There you are.
Can I help you?
Agnea, am I right? We have business with you. Our master would like a word.
You're to come with us whether you like it or not.
Wait a second.
Let's play. Ready?
Look at that! Time to finish this!
Impressive,
Time to shine!
A graceful dance. Heavy-footed.
Here I come. It's over.
Now then. Right. I'm hungry.
You win this time.
What was that about? And who could their master be? Oh well. I want to see the stage. That ought to put the spring back in my step.
She got away? You useless nitwits! Because of that girl, You come back with her, or don't come back at all! Do I make myself clear?
Crystal!
Unfortunately for you, I have not forgotten that humiliating defeat.
There are minstrels, street performers, and even a circus here. People really did come from the realm over to perform. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, could that be? It's Giselle's traveling troupe.
Well, if it isn't Agnea. The little dancer who touched my heart. I knew I'd see you here. What a sweet reunion this is.
Did you come to dance, Agnea? Of course I did. I made a promise, didn't I?
Thank the goddess we could see each other again like this. We'll be performing soon. How about you?
I'll be dancing here.
Is this an invitation to the Festival of Grace? Only the best of the best can perform there!
How did you get this?
I got it from Dulcinea.
Dulcinea? So the rumors were true?
Rumors? What rumors?
We heard that some special dancer skills were recognized by the Dulcinea. But we had no idea it was you. You're unstoppable, Agnea.
Thanks, Giselle.
That means you'll be performing on the stage.
We'll walk you there. Yeah, let's go!
That sounds like a great idea. Let's go see it for ourselves. Oh, it's those folks from earlier.
They're quite the shady-looking bunch. Are they friends of yours, Agnea?
No, they tried to kidnap me.
They what?
What do we do? If we keep going, they'll see us for sure.
But that's the only way to the stage!
Oh, goddess, dear goddess. I've got an idea, everyone. Gather around.
Ha! Our brilliant director strikes again.
You're a genius, Tansy.
Everyone, gather round. We are Giselle's traveling troupe, bringing smiles to every corner of the realm.
Whoa, what's going on?
Ah, don't push!
Now's your chance, Agnea. We'll be right behind you.
Thank you, everyone. I'll see you soon.
Good luck, Agnea!
I can't believe my eyes! I made it! It doesn't get more exciting than this. So this is the stage for the Festival of Grace. Oh my. No, this is no time to be nervous. There are more of them? I have to do something or else I won't make it in time for the show. Maybe I could push this piano over and stall for time. No, I couldn't do that to someone's precious instrument. But maybe I could still use it somehow.
This stage is a thing of beauty.
Gil! Perfect timing.
Huh? That you, kid?
I need your help, Gil.
Guess there's no time for pleasantries. What's the matter? Well, well, this is quite the piano. So tell me, what's the matter?
I'm being followed by some strange folk.
Well, maybe they're just some fans of yours. In any case, how about I play them a song or two? A big enough audience ought to block their path.
What's that beautiful melody?
I can feel it in my heart.
Wow! Look at all these people! You're a true genius when it comes to the keys, Gil.
Can't you just say my songs are hot?
Hey! There she is!
Oh no, they saw me.
Don't worry, this is nothing. I'm just getting warmed up. This is cool, but I think it's time to turn up the heat.
Damn it!
Move!
Out of my way! Hey there, Agnea. I came to see you.
Lila?
Oh, Looks like you've made a lively new friend.
Mind if I join you, Gramps?
Ha! Be my guest, kiddo. You're quite the dancer, aren't you?
This is amazing! I've never felt a fire like this inside me before. I want to take this feeling home and show the whole town. You two are in perfect sync. I could watch you perform all day.
But you shouldn't now, should you?
Ah,
You don't want to keep your audience waiting, right?
you're right. I'm almost finished writing that song, Gil. I'm going to perform the Song of Hope today.
I look forward to it already.
Where did she go?
Sorry, but she's busy being a star. But I'm not too bad a dancer myself. I'll show you. Take this, and that, and one of these. Whoops. Maybe I got a little carried away.
No way, kiddo. Your moves are hot.
She's late. Late. She was supposed to go on right after Hermes.
It seems she's quite the big deal now, turning up even later than me.
I'll go find her.
Wait, Veronica. You seem quite invested in that girl.
No, I swear.
I'm only teasing you, dear. I know your eyes are transfixed upon the brightest star. And that is I, the dazzling superstar Dulcinea Lucille. Everything shall be mine, including your heart.
But of course, my lady.
Come and get me.
Let's go! Just a few more steps, and I'll be on that stage.
You foolish little star. You've fallen right into my trap.
You're... who are you again?
I am the theater manager, Lamani. Don't you dare say you've forgotten!
Now that you mention it, you do look familiar.
I'm the one who sent those men after you. All so I could have my revenge.
What?
Because of you, I remember it as if it were yesterday, on my way home after that humiliating defeat. I couldn't control myself and picked a fight with a stray dog. But that mutt was all bite and no bark. And I was nearly eaten alive because of it. It was the first time I'd ever suffered such a disgrace. For that, I cannot forgive you. No, I will not forgive you!
I'm sorry. I don't quite understand.
You despicable woman! I will make you dance to my whims!
Pay no mind to his words. They're the ramblings of a delusional man.
You're Dulcinea's bodyguard. Thank you for saving me.
I was merely safeguarding my lady's show. Now go.
Siltige, Lady of Grace, is no more. In her place is another worthy of the title. She stands before you tonight to entertain you. Her name is Dulcinea Lucille. My beloved audience, tonight is a special night. For I have invited a special dancer to perform. Agnea Burstarni.
Have you brought a song?
I have. Here it is.
Now come, my little star. You are a brave woman to have come this far, Agnea. But can you hear their voices? They call for me, and me alone.
This may be the first time I've been so nervous about dancing.
And the show has yet to begin. Now, everyone, Prepare yourselves for a show. We shall begin the night with my song. All for you. A star never loses her shine, come what may. Are you up to the challenge? It's time we found out who the real star is.
You'll see. My mother wasn't wrong. I'm going to put a smile on everyone's face. Watch me shine. My prey awaits. There!
Here I come. You're in for it now. You've been exposed.
Time to shine.
My turn. As swift as a snake. You're open. What to do? Here.
My prey awaits. Wahoo! Go on then.
Prepare yourself. I need this.
All right.
My turn. Heavy-footed, ain't you?
Great. Now then. Whirlwind blow.
Here I come.
Cleaning time.
You're too kind.
My turn.
You're too kind.
My turn.
Time to shine.
Now it begins. I fight for my friends. How's this?
Cleaning time. Playtime is over. You're open.
Time to shine. Now then. Don't want to miss this. Bye-bye. Right. There.
My turn.
What a show.
You're too good. Now then. Excellent. He sure can dance. There.
My turn. Yeah.
Let's go. Go on then.
And time's up.
Whoa, that was some match. I've never seen dancing like that before.
I was on the edge of my seat.
That was incredible. My heart nearly leaped out of my chest in excitement. I can still feel it in my veins. This is the first time I've ever been so moved.
Did you enjoy yourself? Is something the matter, dear? You look like you've barely got a twinkle left in you. Are you truly a star? Oh dear. Is that all the shine you've got?
Is she right? Is my dancing just not good enough?
Agnea!
That voice. Could it be? Papa!
Your mother's with you. Get up, Agnea. Give these people a real show.
Papa.
Agni, we all came out to cheer you on.
Paula. And Gus, too.
You can do it! Show them your hot moves, kid!
We're rooting for you, Agnea!
Show her who's boss, Agnea.
Everybody came. Thank you. I hear you. This dance is for you.
can't stay in a place like this, kid. There's a whole world out there that could use cheer like yours.
Thank you for always supporting me, Gil.
Good luck on your journey, Agnea. No matter what happens, keep smiling. If you do, happiness is sure to find you.
Thank you for giving me something to work towards, Giselle.
When I dance, my heart feels warm. All the bad thoughts in my head disappear. And I'm filled with happiness.
Lila. Thank you for showing me that dancing can bring hope. I finally finished my song, thanks to my friends. The Song of Hope.
So, the time has come. Let us decide once and for all who the true star is. Come, Agnea. Let's give them a show they won't soon forget.
My prey awaits. There!
My turn.
My turn. You're in for it, you've been exposed.
Agnea Bristani never gives up. Just a little, okay?
Try
Cleaning time.
You're open.
Now it begins.
Time to shine. Lion dance. Wahoo! Go on then. Time to shine. Won't want to miss this. Let me out.
You're a true friend.
My turn.
Sorry, but I won't hold back. Heavy footed, ain't you?
Now it begins. I won't. I'll end this. Ten to done.
All right.
My turn.
You're too kind.
Cleaning time.
Try this! What a force!
Now it begins. My turn. My blade sings.
It isn't over yet. Let me help.
Many thanks.
Cleaning time.
You're too kind. Try this! I can't end!
Here I come. Here.
Cleaning time.
You're too kind. Time to shine! The power of light! Wonderful!
You fight dirty.
Ready? Playtime's over. Now go.
Here you go!
I can't die yet.
Try Here you go!
How dare you?
Hang in there.
Thank you, Drone.
Wonderful!
What a voice!
It's over.
Try
Not bad. Hang in there.
Now then.
What?
Playtime is over. There, eat this.
right. Wahoo! Come on then. All right. Try
I need this.
Impressive, Ochet. Hang in there.
You're a true friend.
It's my turn now. Let me help.
Thank you, Agnea.
Here I am. I'll end. I won't be afraid. For the pride of Ku.
Ah. What a wondrous song. You were dazzling, Agnea. Ah. No. Could it be that I...
Dulcinea!
That's enough, Agnea. After such an ardent dance, you must be at your limit.
I can still...
Your body is exhausted, your form unsightly. So why do you still try to stand?
Because... everyone's waiting for me.
Dulcinea! do it anymore. Did you sprain your ankle? Well, then what's the matter? You want to show everyone you're dancing, don't you? But I'm filthy. Everyone will laugh if they see a star looking like this. Dulcinea. You can still shine even if you're covered in mud. That shine will brighten up everyone's day. It will? That's what it means to be a star. Now come on, everyone's waiting for you.
Dulcinea.
Agnea. I admit it. I lost. Everyone was moved by your dancing. Even me.
Dulcinea.
You are a true star, Agnea.
Wait, Dulcinea. Everyone's waiting for us.
The encore is your time to shine.
Dulcinea.
That's the first time I've ever seen her look so at peace. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. You're really something incredible, Agni. You're famous now.
Looks like your dream came true, Agnea.
Paula, Gus, thank you. Where's Papa?
He was too embarrassed to show his face, even though he was hollering the loudest. But he left a message for you. You really are your mother's daughter.
Papa.
You showed off some hot moves out there.
I couldn't have done it without your song, Gil.
Don't make me blush, kid.
You may have stumbled, but you certainly got back on your feet. That was a show I'll never forget.
Well, You still haven't given up?
Tell me, what was that dance you did? It made my heart soar.
Huh?
No, it can't be. I think I've become your fan.
Oh. Have you now?
I told you, didn't I? You're going to bring happiness to people the world over. All your hard work is finally paying off.
You're a star, Agnea.
A superstar! Yippee!
Even the goddess has her eyes on you.
Go on, Agnea. Give the crowd another dance. Make them smile.
Thanks, Lila. I'll be back, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. The fun is just getting